El-Oweidy. And so you can now switch to share your screen as well.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aida El-Oweidy, and I am from Cairo. And I will share now. Okay. So I wanted to talk about. So my Hydra grant was for. I wanted to do a workshop in Cairo in Arabic, focusing on Hydra. That workshop has been postponed. It might be in December or January now. But I did have other opportunities through UDIF to do some Hydra work. So I actually found Hydra when I was researching an Intro to Creative Coding tutorial series. And through Ted Davis, P5 Live is actually how I found Hydra, so it kind of connects. But yeah, I felt that the documentation would make it very suitable for a teenage audience. And I work with UDIF. UDIF is the Arab Digital Expression Foundation. It's based in Cairo and it works with teens from age 12 to 15 on introducing them to open source techniques to express themselves creatively, particularly things that are digital. So these are this is after our Hydra day, all of the screens. I will share like better quality things in a second. But I had the chance. So Hydra was really, I think the way that it worked is that the documentation really allowed for it. And also, I think a lot of people found it to be really fun. Like with that age group, it was a very fun thing. Dance is also taught at the UDIF camps. And I don't have any photographic evidence, but there was a dance performance at the final of the camp, and they had Hydra visuals projected onto them. So we really try to do this intersection of like more analog or like intersection between fields in general. So this is a little bit, and then I do have some student work that is on a website where they got to play around with like using sources and found footage as a part of Hydra. Oh, and now I've lost my 1 second. Let me just okay. Cool. Yeah. All right, let me pause this. Through UDIF, I got connected to lots of people who are interested in art and tech in general and design and how they all connect, which is how we launched our collective, which is Bacht. Bacht focuses on generative arts and translating things that cannot be digitized into digital mediums. So this was our first experimentation in spring 2022 of how we could translate movement into sound. Hydra will come, like we'll get back to Hydra in a bit, but I hope you can all hear, which was a dance, sound, and visuals performance. And then after this, and through seeing everyone, because like through seeing the live coding community online, we made a little event series called Zay Ma Tigi, which is as it comes, like it is as it comes, which I will share a little piece of our first performance and then I'll talk about it after, just a tiny bit. Okay. Yeah, so the spaces that we were approaching to try to make this thing happen, there aren't any other live coding initiatives or events in Cairo. We tried to make something where there wasn't anything else like it. And trying to get spaces was very interesting. Now we'll talk a bit more about the spaces that we were in, but this is an art space, an exhibition space in Cairo that allowed us to do a live coding event. There's always a lot of pushback with new kinds of media, but we eventually convinced them, and it turned out fine. But it was a group of 4 of us. We were using spatial sound. There was an AI music improviser where you would play instruments for a bit, and then using Markov chains, it will like spit out something that kind of sounds similar to what you had going on. So we tried to do this completely digital and then more of a performance instrument-based thing and spacing them out. It's a way to not like alienate people entirely. So that was our first experience. In December of that year, last year, we had the chance to do a second live coding event. But it was the closing ceremony of an arts exhibition, and they reached out if we would like perform, and they didn't really know what we were doing, and the venue was full. 5 minutes within us playing, everyone left, which I think it's interesting how we can place coding in like these awkward places, and I think what came out was still very interesting. So and then the image on the right is an experimentation with Arabic typography within Hydra, and like trying to split up text and image. Yeah, just 1 second. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is a project that we're working on now, called Incomplete Systems, which is a live coding and dance performance, which would build on the dance performance that I showed you at the start, like at the start of our collective. And it will explore themes of intimacy and force restrictions on mobility. We are a group of 7 to 8 people. 4 of us are live coders, 2 are dancers, and 2 are like software developer people. And we want to use hardware, we want to use sound, audio, dance, visuals, all of these things together. There's one person within our group who lives in Ramallah in Palestine, where the restrictions on mobility like, affect her very much. So the way that we want to do this performance is there will be a dancer in Ramallah and a dancer in Cairo, and live coders in Cairo, and the data will be sent back and forth between 2 cities, and the live coding will also be projected in Ramallah. And yeah, that's what we will be working on. I feel like I spoke quite quickly, but yeah, if anyone has any questions.
There's one question in the chat. Are the inputs to the Hydra for the typography that you showed, are the inputs to Hydra images of the text, or is it the text rendered on the canvas?
It's text through P5, so it's a P5 sketch with text on it, linked to a text file.
Another comment, what kind of push